Guys, I'm at my install for today. It's Wednesday. This is a Caldwell Builder Group. I guess this is his office. Travis Probst is his name. Nice guy. He's got such a nice building here. Nice little toy over there. Got the office area really nice. I could have something like this, which I could live in this and work out of. This would be perfect for me. Well, Lord will give me what I need. But I like it. It's nice. I'll show you. It should work out pretty good. I doubt there's going to be any problems. Here we go. I like to show y'all this here as well. People think when you install, it's just bring them in, set them down, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. But that's not the case. We had some bows in the wall, so we had to cut the wall so that we could, push the stone back into the wall so that we get a flat finish. But also, you always have to make sure you get your 30 inches for your cooktop opening, if it's a 30-inch cooktop. So you want to make sure this is pushed back as far as you can get it so that you can get your 30 inches. And then once you push this back, then this has got to match up with this. And when you're moving everything, you want to be certain that you don't let this rub against this and scratch it all up. So I tell all my new guys, it's not, yeah, you got to be strong to carry the granite, but this is more of a finesse game. Strongest guy in the world could be the worst granite installer ever if they just come in like a bull in a china shop and throw stuff around, because they're never going to make any money, because they're going to destroy the customer's property and have to pay for it. So basically they're working for nothing, and in some cases they're going to be working to pay money depending on how much stuff they tear up. So you want to be very careful. Take your time. Like I said, it's a finesse game. You see how my seam is up here? Now some people, they just start and shim this side over here up to match it, and that's not correct. The first thing I wanted to do is see if I had any gaps underneath this one to where I could make that back go down. This is cut from the same piece of stone, so I know the stone should be the same thickness everywhere. So I looked underneath and I noticed that there's a gap. Do you see that gap back there? Oh, what? There, you can see it good now. So that gap is about the same as that sticking up back there. Probably exactly the same. So I've got to shim up over here to lower that down. But I sunk into the wall so that I'd have enough room to get my epoxy in there, and so that I'd have enough play to not scratch this wood here. So I'm going to have to cut this up. If not, when I shim, that's not going to drop because that's not going to raise. Does that make sense? Also, if you guys watch my videos, you know I try to make most tops one piece without a seam. Well, this material, it's very nice, very pretty, but it's a little fragile. Plus it had a big sink, so I was afraid to do it in one piece, because you got a lot of weight over here and not so much over there, and little bitty bars. So I decided, after we had it on the cart and fabbed it and everything, I was like, man, I'm really not comfortable. Let's pop a seam in it. So I cut a seam in it, and man, I'm so thankful I did. I seen on template it was wall, cabinet. It was going to be tight. I did not know how close the island and all that was, but you know that movie, There's a Time to Kill? Well, there's a time to seam also, and this is one of them. Alright guys, so I got this side as far down as I could, but then I had to start raising this side up. And it's really scary when you got this type of material and you got a big sink like this. So I've got a bunch of shims. You don't just want to put one shim here and one shim there. You want to put as many as you can get to secure it. And then to get the front level also, I got a bunch of shims. You want everything as stable as possible. Now I got to push it back so that that's level again. Then I can start working and putting my seam together. I'll do a short on that. But you know, you want to make sure you're nice and level. Everything looks good across here.
GPS signal lost.
I guess my GPS signal was lost. Back here. Pretty much level. Not floating anywhere or anything like that. So push that back and I can start mixing my color and such. Always scares me when I take my support bar off, but I gotta do it to put my seam setter on here. The Ard Wolf seam setter. And but I gotta do it. Right, we got this thing wrapped up. I really think this stone looks good with this home. And this is a builder that sends me a lot of work, so I want to make sure I do a good job on every install, but in particular this one. I think everything just turned out great. I'm really happy with how the seam turned out. Of course, I did the short with the surface polish on. Man, I'm just really happy at how this seam turned out. Of course, I would have liked to have done it with no seam, but when you got this situation, like I said, it really needed a seam. Everything just turned out great, I think. Aftercare sheet and all that. Just a cool little place. I'd like to have it for just my wife and I, man. It'd be perfect for us. It'd be perfect. There's the bathroom. Alright. So that's it. You know, I had to shim a few things up, work that seam out, top polish it, level up the island. Transparent beige matched this Typhoon Bordeaux about perfect, so real happy with how that looked as well. If you got any questions, leave it in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them, and I appreciate everybody watching and everybody that's subscribed. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody has a blessed day, and we will see you on the next one.